Hi. Welcome back to another episode of The Bookshelf. It's another review episode, so that means it's Tuesday, right? This week I'm going to be reviewing Wild Man's Curse by Susannah Sandlin. This one was kind of like a wild card. It happened to come up on my Kindle Unlimited list as a suggestion. It came with the audiobook, so I was like, hey, why not? Give it a try. I loved it. It was great. We've got a lot of really good elements in this book that I really enjoy. Like a less than typical heroine. You know, our main character, she's not completely typical of, you know, what most leading ladies in these romance stories are. And a kind of a unique setting. You know, there's not a whole lot of books that take you out back to the back bayou and, you know, immerse you in the kind of the culture that is quite different out there than it is in mainstream Louisiana. And from my understanding, Louisiana is a whole different set of culture completely from the rest of the United States. So it was kind of nice to have it be kind of thrust into the middle of this, you know, less than typical culture for us. And I really enjoyed it. There was a great murder mystery. Our hero is, of course, you know, smart, brave, conflicted, sexy, but he gets it done. Just as all of our other book boyfriends do. He gets it completely and very well done. This book is from a series. It's called The Wilds of the Bayou. And, you know, if you're interested, you know, there's more than one book already completely out on the series. My understanding is they are on the Kindle Unlimited, so if that's something that you have a subscription to, by all means. There's 2 books out in the series so far. Both of them are on Kindle Unlimited. Both of them also have the audiobook included in the Kindle Unlimited, so you can listen to it on Audible, which is something I really like to do while I'm working, so that I don't have to, you know, pay attention. You know, I can not pay attention, but, you know, like, I can get some reading done while I'm toiling away in my cubicle. You know, it kind of helps keep the day a little more interesting, a little less, you know, boring, so to speak. Let me go ahead and just give you the, you know, description of this book, and that way you can go out and you can find it. Now, the author, she's actually a very well-known author. Susannah Sandlin is actually the pseudonym of Suzanne Johnson, and she's written a lot of other really popular books out there. I've, you know, read some of them. I've enjoyed her books. I mean, overall, it's not like she's not a bad author. Her books are well edited. You're not going to run into a bunch of errors and misused words and poor grammar. That's a big one for me. I know it's a big one for a lot of other people out there. We hate a poorly edited book. Note to my indie authors, I love you guys, but please, please, please make sure that your editing is well done before you actually put the book out there. I know that can be hard to do. Most of you are on a budget, you know. But believe me, some good editing is well worth it. Maybe even if you can just have your ARC readers shoot you a note with anything that they find. You know, get that last edit in there and get it fixed up real nice. So here's a little bit about this book by Susannah Sandlin. Again, it's Wild Man's Curse, Book 1 of the Wilds of the Bayou books. The bones said death was comin', and the bones never lied. While on an early morning patrol in the swamps of Whiskey Bayou, Louisiana wildlife agent Gentry Broussard spots a man leaving the home of elderly Eva Savoie, a man who bears a startling resemblance to his brother, whom Gentry thought he had killed during a drug raid 3 years earlier. Shaken, the agent enters Eva's cabin and finds a bloody discovery. The old woman has been brutally murdered. With no jurisdiction over the case, he's forced to leave the investigation to the local sheriff until Eva's beautiful heir, Celestine, receives a series of gruesome threats. As Gentry's involvement deepens and more victims turn up, can he untangle the secrets behind Eva's murder and protect Celestine from the same fate? Or will an old family curse finally have its way? From award-winning author Susannah Sandlin comes the first book in the Wilds of the Bayou series. I highly recommend this one. Even the audio was well done, some really well done accents in it. It was worth it. Even if you're paying for it, worth it. Worth it to use your Kindle Unlimited. Heck, I even venture to say this one would be worth using a Audible credit if you've got one sitting around. So go ahead, get out there, pick up Wild Man's Curse, Wilds of the Bayou Book 1 by Susannah Sandlin. Enjoy and keep reading, bookworms. I love you guys. See you on Friday.